Hello, welcome to this course. Glad you accepted the challenge. So I'd like to start this course by telling you a little bit about who I am. For those who still don't know me, my name is Marcelo Vieira and I'm a graduate systems analyst. However, I've been working as a web developer since 2008 and since 2012, I've been mostly working with WordPress, especially creating themes for various clients and for my personal projects as well. Based on this experience, I've created several courses on theme development available in online course platforms. I have also written 2 books, one in Portuguese, WordPress for Developers, and one in English, The Web Developer's Guide to WordPress. So I believe I already have some experience in the area. I guess it's enough to be able to teach you about the subject I'm proposing here, okay? Now about the course itself, this is a course about WordPress theme development, okay? But before I talk especially about its content, I have to say that this is the second version of the course. For some time, my students, especially new students, have been asking me to update the content of some of the videos, and I decided to do much more than that. I decided to completely re-record the course from scratch, adding some subjects that I didn't cover in the first version and removing others that were not so important. In this version, I also decided to leave behind all the third-party tools used in the previous course. So also to keep the course updated, we will not be using any plugins in the theme we are going to create. Also, we will no longer depend on frameworks such as Bootstrap. Pretty much all of the CSS is now condensed into a single file, as you see throughout the course, with no need for frameworks. This is also to avoid the need to update those frameworks, something that can make students a little confused. For example, sometimes Bootstrap class names changed from one version to another. This time you no longer need to worry about that. So even students that have already completed this course will find it very useful because they will definitely learn new things here. So if you have already completed the course and want to learn more, you can do it again. You won't get a new certificate, but a lot more knowledge, for sure. Another thing, I also stopped using XAMPP as my local server manager. In this course, you show you guys 2 possibilities. The first one is local, for those who have less experience with web development. Recently, I even saw people from the WordPress team using local, so it's an excellent solution for our project. And there's also Docker, for those who have a little more knowledge in the area. So who is this course for? Especially for developers, I mean programmers, web designers, or information technology students. If you don't have the slightest notion of how to write code, unfortunately this course is not for you. You need to have at least a notion of HTML, CSS, PHP, a little bit of JavaScript is also helpful but not essential. But without knowing how to code, it's hardly impossible to keep going, okay? Well, more specifically about this course, at the moment there are almost 70 classes. I divided the content basically into 2 groups. The first with 6 sections or modules. In them, we will create the theme that I will be showing you guys in a minute. We'll be building it from scratch until the end when you have the whole theme working. And the second group, at the end of the course, that will be a bonus section in which I'll talk about some other complementary subjects that will help you a lot to understand a little bit more about the universe around theme creation and also introduce some trends related to the subject. We'll talk about page builders, about child themes, about Docker, and especially about the Gutenberg project, the block editor, and things that are new as I record this course like block-based themes, the theme.json file, etc. At the end, taking all of these lessons together, we'll end up with a kind of theme that people are calling a hybrid theme. A classic WordPress theme with quite a few elements of a block theme. Well, but I think I'm anticipating things quite a bit. Let's start talking about the basics of the course first. The goal of this course is to teach you how to create custom WordPress themes from scratch. And maybe you're wondering what the point of this is, since there are so many themes out there that you can just download and start using. Right, but every theme available out there had to be built by someone one day. Themes still don't come from nothing, you know. In this course, I will teach you how to make your first themes come to life. Knowing how to do this, you'll be able to build almost anything you want without depending on other people's themes. And of course, you'll be able to make money and build a career around it. It is no secret that the technology industry is booming. There are opportunities for everyone, and especially in website development. When it comes to WordPress, there is a whole world ahead of you. WordPress is now in about 30% of websites around the world, not bad. And if you learn how to create websites that work with it, you certainly have a promising future ahead of you. If you know how to create themes from scratch, you'll be able to either create sites for specific clients or even go a little further and create themes for redistribution, for sale. By the way, you'll notice that I'm always using these two words as synonymous, sites and themes. With time, you end up understanding the difference between one and the other if you don't know it yet. Basically, in a nutshell, in WordPress, a theme is the layer of the site that is visible to other people. But the course will also help you understand this in practice. Over these years, having created a few courses, reading books on the subject with thousands of students all over the world, I'm happy to have received feedback from many students, people who really changed their lives by having learned how to create their own WordPress themes. Some students managed to get jobs in recognized companies, others improved their financial situation, others got promotions, others started promising businesses in the area. Well, I always get this kind of testimonial, which makes me more and more sure that the content I'm delivering to you now will really make a difference for you, for your life, for your career. And the price of the course is very small compared to the benefits it will bring. You can later have a look at the students' testimonials and see this for yourself. Not to mention the many testimonials I received by email, through social media. The course has really helped a lot of people. I can't promise that it will be easy because it depends on your own effort, but as far as the technical knowledge is concerned, you'll find a very solid base in this course. Well, let me go to the computer. I want to show you guys some of what we're going to create. So this is the theme that we're going to create in the course. It's not the most amazing theme in the world, but it's enough for us to be able to learn everything we need to. We're going to create all the parts of the page, from the header with the logo, search area with this menu, going through the middle of the page, this area that is commonly called the hero area, a service area, a list with some posts, and the bottom of the page with this copyright and another menu. But the difference here is that absolutely everything you see here is going to be customizable. That is, you can control the behavior of everything you see here using the WordPress admin. And even your client will be able to do that. We're going to learn how to use a tool called Theme Customizer to be able to do that. And in case you want to modify the way any other area of the theme works. It is a very powerful tool. By the way, let me show you how this is going to work. Let me go to the admin. So this is the theme customizer. Here you can control several behaviors of the theme, as I said. We are going to create at least 3 sections here. A very simple one to control the copyright of the theme. Check it out. I can enter something here and already see the updated content here in this preview area. Coming back here, this section here, hero, to control all the content of the hero, including the background image, the height of the element. Well, there are other ways to create and control a hero. I will even talk about all the ways at the end of the course, but this will help you understand how this tool, the theme customizer, works, so you can build all the interesting things by using controls such as these ones. Let me make some changes here for you to see. That's cool. And the last section, blog section. Here I can define how many posts and to which categories the posts featured here belong. We are going to combine the theme customizer with notions of how to create custom loops in the theme to create powerful things like this one. It may seem like a small thing to have in a theme, but you'll be amazed at the possibilities that the combination of custom loops and theme customizer can bring. What else? Well, we will also learn about widget areas. We will use this knowledge to build this service area. Also, our theme is going to be fully responsive. So by clicking here, you can see that the theme adjusts to the device. We have the responsive menu, very elegant. You'll learn how to create this menu just using HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript. And I will show you how I made it all responsive without using frameworks. Let's go back to the front end. What else? Well, you will learn how to create all the inner content of the theme using all the PHP template files needed for that. For example, a list of posts in the blog page, the inner content of the posts with all the necessary stuff, the authors page, the search page, several types of pagination, the 404 page. In short, it's a theme that apparently seems quite simple, but you see that will help you learn everything you need to create even more complex themes. Besides all the visual stuff, we'll also learn about things that don't seem obvious at first glance, but are essential, like the WordPress conditional tags, which has to do with content presentation logic, theme internationalization, how to prepare the theme to be translated into any language, very important security notions when building themes, and as I mentioned at the beginning, some lessons on how to work with theme development using Docker. At the end, you'll also learn how to migrate the finished site to where it will live permanently on a live server of your choice. In other words, it's a really complete course from zero to hero. Look, if you're watching this video and you haven't enrolled yet, hurry up and enroll now because you won't regret it. In all modesty, I think this is the most complete course on theme creation that you ever have the opportunity to take. I can't promise that this is a course that will cover 100% of what there's to learn on the subject because that is impossible, but you'll have a lot of fun creating the project proposed here and you'll leave the course very, very different than you started. Knowing how to create your own themes will gradually set you free from the WordPress repository where you always have to run, and it will open the doors to a very profitable field in the world of WordPress development, besides helping you learn a lot more about the technologies you already use to create websites and PHP applications. That's it, welcome to the course, and I'll see you in the next lessons.